The illusion of limitations. So many people have these false illusions that they're limited. And it comes from fear. It comes from doubt. It comes from listening to the opinions of others, not knowing that there's really no ceiling. We end up limiting ourselves and tell ourselves lies, listen to the voices in our head that are lying to us that we're not ready, or that we're not smart enough, or that we're not worthy or good enough, or anything else for that matter. And we do this like imposed self-limitation for no reason, really, if you truly think about it, because it really doesn't serve you, and it doesn't serve your family or your future family or any generation of you to come, any legacy you might have a chance of having when you play small, when you don't do what you're called to do, when you don't walk in your purpose, but you play small and you try to fit in somewhere and you try to never take a risk. You never challenge yourself. That is what life is about. It's about the challenge. It's about the chase. It's about the seeing how far you can go, seeing if you can break the glass ceiling, seeing if you can reach for the stars, versus just thinking that you were meant to be here and question your existence, or you're meant to be here and hate your existence, or you're supposed to be here and be around people and in environments that you hate and can't stand, and that you feel like you're dead on the inside, versus feeling alive, versus feeling like you have a purpose, a calling, something that you're actually meant to be. In that job, that business, that career field, you're like, I know I'm meant to be here. I'm meant to help people in this way. I'm meant to drive business in this way. Or that relationship that you hate, or that you're stuck in, or that you just stay in because you settled, versus finding the love of your life and building a life with them. Not making a living apart, but building a life together. And raising a family, or having a family, or whether it's actual kids or pet families. Like, I'm not even judging. I'm not saying you have to go have kids. Some people are against that. But there's definitely something more to life. There's always more to life than just you. So stop focusing so much on yourself and what everybody else will think about you and what you lack, and go take some risks. Go see what you can accomplish. Go challenge yourself. And go strive to fail. Go fail, and at least say you tried. You won't have any regrets, versus just having this self-doubt for no reason that, oh, I can't do that. I'm not strong enough. I'm not smart enough. Well, go try. Go test your strength to see if you're strong enough. Go test your emotional intelligence, your IQ, to see if you can succeed in making money, creating a business, creating and inventing a new product, getting promoted to VP in your company, CEO of your company. Like, go try, go test. Stop saying you don't think you're good at it. Like, of course you're not good at something you never did if you never started. You're not going to be good at anything you've never did. You're not just going to jump in the water and be a pro swimmer. You have to learn how to swim, baby steps. You're not going to learn and know things about the stock market, about real estate, about business, about being a good husband or a good wife, about being a good parent, until you are that. Nobody's just like, I'm a good parent even though I don't have kids, or you have a kid and you just know everything. No, that kid's probably going to fall, bump his head a couple times. That kid, you're probably going to mismanage or give it bad advice, but the kid's going to still turn out right. You turned out right. That's life. You live it. You go through it. You experience it. You try, you fail, you adjust, you laugh, you love, you cry. You do it all. So why do we shy away from aspects of it? It's okay to even doubt yourself, but still try. Still take a swing at it. Hey, that fastball's coming. Still swing at it. You might strike out. Who cares? Even if you get laughed at, that laughing would only last a day, maybe a week. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to think about you. Stop worrying about the opinions of others. Go do what makes you happy and what's going to make you feel accomplished. Go try and do hard things, because you've already done hard things and you can continue to do hard things. So stop facing these false illusions and these self-limitations and these self-doubts and go out and make a great and beautiful life. There's a famous study, I don't know what it's called, Google it, the flea in the jar, where fleas can jump so high, but when you put them in a jar and you put the lid on it, they jump and they hit their head enough times to where you finally take off the top of the jar and that flea actually won't jump above that. It has a self-limitation. It's started to believe its own limitation, and now it's crippled in a sense. It's hurting itself. Another story, probably decades ago at the zoo, I don't know what zoo, look it up, try to find it. There was a experiment done where they would put food in front of a bear in a cage, and it was 10 foot forward, and then the bear would eat this food and go back 10 feet back and lay down and just sit there. And they did it time and time again, to one day they actually took the cage away and the bear would still only go 10 feet forward to eat his food and go back and sit. It did not try to explore because it had a self-limitation. And sometimes we put ourselves in these false prisons and these false environments. We're so used to going and doing stuff in our household a certain way, at our job a certain way, that even when we do have a chance to be free range or to have freedom of action, we kind of just stay on the same hamster wheel, the same motion, the same rut, if you will. Because you can be in a positive rut. A rut doesn't just mean you're cheating on your diet and doing stuff the wrong way. You can be in a positive rut. You can go to the same job, make a good income, go home to your wife, go home to your kids, but you're not growing, you're not becoming better, you're not challenging yourself. So all I'd say with the bear is, it's, even though it's free now, there's no cage, there's no barrier. It's been doing it for so many years that it doesn't think it's actually free. And then the last story, everybody has already heard of this one, where you put like a rope around an elephant as a baby and put it around just like a chair or something. And even when the elephant grows, it's so used to that, even though the elephant is like 100 times more, maybe even 1,000 times more than that chair, it's so used to it from when it was a little elephant and it couldn't break through, that now as a big elephant, its mind is limited. Its mind is in a self-imposed prison, and it won't try to pull or get away from the little chair. So how many times are we in these same boxes, these same prisons, these same mindsets, these same patterns that are no longer serving us, not making us better, not challenging us, not changing our lives, not changing other people's lives, which is really the secret to life. And we just say, this is my life. And we just settle with it. We just go 10 feet forward, 10 feet back. We just stay in the invisible cage. We stay and only go jump as high as we were conditioned to think we can. As high as we doubt ourselves to, believe ourselves to. And stay stuck to the chair that we've outgrown and we're so much stronger than. It's time to stop believing these self-limitations and falling for the illusion of them. This was day 174, consistency. I hope this message motivated you, inspired you, or even made you just think a different way. I encourage you to subscribe, like, share, and comment. If you got anything out of this, follow along for the journey. And other than that, I wish you all peace and blessings on the journey.